Wheeling Police Chief Jamie Dunn administered oaths and introduced Ignacio Oropeza as a corporal, I'm just beside myself because it a year ago I was up here reading to you the Appellate Court Justice Neville's finding that he represented all three people on the panel, that the false arrest and improper 5-year incarceration of a teenage boy named Jesus Sanchez was an atrocity because repeatedly the young man said to Detective Oropeza, "Please let me call my mom. Please let me call my mom. She just had surgery. She'll be worried about me." That appellate court ruling read like deja vu, 78 or 81 of the Billy Boyd case that he was falsely, they kept him all night, wouldn't let him talk to his parents. Now the fact patterns in these is not something I will compare, but what is noteworthy is one of our highest appellate court justices, Justice Neville, his particular decision in overturning Jesus Sanchez's murder conviction, it was the first of its kind. Legal blogs across the nation have been blogging about this. It was the first time an appellate court didn't just say overturned or not overturned. They went one step further and said there is no way with the evidence that was given to the trial court that you could have possibly concluded that he did the crime because the evidence suggested the bullet came from an entirely different direction. The unfortunate promotion of Ignacio Oropeza shows that you champion the violation of basic due process and someone's civil rights. Everybody is allowed a phone call. He was a teenage boy. He lost 5 years of his life, and he's not getting that back. And you promote the detective that the appellate court Justice Neville noted broke so many rules, violating this young man's due process of civil rights. And maybe you don't care if somebody in the listening audience, it's not my kid. Well, you know what? He's suing us, and it'll be millions. And he has every right to. He lost those 5 years. He's not getting those years back. So I don't know who this Ignacio Oropeza knows, but I know that Jamie Dunn went to St. Mary's Catholic School with Ray Lang. They're good buddies. And Dean Argyris' quote in the Daily Herald is saying, "Oh, I hope our officers hope to be promoted." But, the village manager only put one candidate before us for police chief. It was, Dunn. Well, I come to find out they went to Catholic school together since they're little kids. So is that how we give people jobs based on who they're friends with? Is that why Ignacio Oropeza is being promoted to corporal? Do you have any intention in de-incentivizing the violation of due process and civil rights among our law enforcement? Because if I'm a cop right now, I'm thinking, man, it doesn't pay to do the right thing. I'd rather do some butt kissing if I want to get promoted. This guy has made Wheeling famous as an example of what not to do in an arrest, and you saw fit to promote him. You have a whole sea of blue here. I'm sure somebody else would have been more well qualified. Wheeling voters, I have done all I can. We need people to rise up in 2021 and run for trustee. We need to flip this entire board, or your boys and girls will continue to be violated by men who are with a badge like Ignacio Oropeza. Do not trust Ignacio Oropeza. Tell your children this is not a man you should trust to be questioned with without your parents or a lawyer. He's a very bad man. And you see fit to sit idly by and, let's have cake. I disagree with the appellate court. I think he's a fine officer. We ought to promote him. Jamie Dunn, what are you doing? I can't even call you chief. How do you do that? You got all those other guys out there. How are they feeling? What's their morale like? They follow standard operating procedure, and they see this guy that's suing us for millions get promoted? We're a national embarrassment. Legal blogs across the country are talking about office.
5 minutes. Thank you, Ms. Wilson.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
And Corporal Orpeza is an outstanding police officer. In conjunction with the Chamber tonight, welcome. The Wheeling Police Department is participating with them in